Peace has returned to Rivers State following the intervention. The state governor, SiminalayiFubara, has expressed profound gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for his fatherly intervention in the political crisis that rocked the state recently. Governor Fubara said the president's mediation facilitated the timely resolution of the political crisis. Meanwhile, leaders of the Niger Delta have paid a solidarity visit to the Minister of FCT, that's NyesomWike, for further reconciliation between him and Governor Fubara. The 60-man member delegation of prominent Niger Delta leaders condemned the attempt by the State House of Assembly to impeach the governor on frivolous grounds. I don't see, this is not, definitely not an end to this crisis. Something keeps telling me.
Yeah, no, you're a prophet. I know you're a prophet. It's just that you've not been predicting to for me. Anyway, this is Act 1, Scene 1, as you say in literature. This is just the beginning. I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but
People say it's too early.
It's too early. It's less than 6 months.
No.
It is less than 6 months.
So like 4 years ago.
What we are saying is the piece of the graveyard in Rivers State, because the gladiators in the crisis, as it were, quote unquote, have not shielded that guy. All they are doing, oh, the president has spoken to us, we are going to someone. But let us start from this. There is nothing wrong in godfatherism. It is part of politics across the globe. In the US, in the United AY, there are certain people that, let me give you a classical example. Someone like Joe Biden. You say that Obama is, quote and unquote, to a large extent, a kind of a godfather, Joe Biden. He was the one that picked Joe Biden as a vice president, and they worked together. And when he wanted to run for presidency, he supported him, and he won. And there have been so many other instances. But the question is that the way we play godfatherism in Nigeria, is it the way that is played? There's a saying in my place, in my local palace, that, hey, why? If you give me a goat, if you dash me, if you give me a goat, you know it has a rope. If you give me the goat, and you are holding on to the rope, you have not given me the goat. If you give me that goat,
carry it on your neck.
Yes. Why is still?
Just cut the rope. Carry it over your neck.
That is what they are trying to do, to cut the rope. But if you give me that goat, you must leave the rope with me to go home with it.
Even in our own, even in our own parlance, we have it too.
So when you give it, but the problem is, we have seen it happen in the past. There are classical examples. In Abia State, Oji Uzor was the godfather to T.A. Oji. We saw how it ended. In Kanu, Wakwaso Ganduje. In Enugu, there was one Chimoroke Naman, Ebano, and Sullivan Chime. In fact, close here, Edo State, Obaseki and Adams Oshome. There have been so many. In fact, let's take it a bit back. Have you forgotten the strong man of Ibadan politics? And Ladoja.
And Lamida
Dedibu. The problem here is that most often than not, and I'm happy with what is happening. You know why I'm happy? Our leaders, especially the so-called government, they always go out to look for who they think they can be able to use to manipulate.
Somebody pliant.
Somebody they can be able to. But you forget that the heart of man is something you cannot predict, as said by the Bible. Now, let us come back to the issue of, the fact is that it's the same Governor NyesomWike that it says he does not believe in godfatherism. That once he leaves, that hands off, he will allow the government. What has gone wrong? How many days have this man been the governor of Rivers State that we have started having issue with? I think it is high time that our leaders look at themselves. Once you have appointed, you've asked somebody. It happened even in Akwa Ibom. You've forgotten the Senate president, Akpabio, and Odom Emmanuel, who he brought from one of the banks. And at the point, the young man said, Oga, that's what we call bomb boy. They say, bomb boy, my place, they call bomb boy. Somebody will ask, which day will bomb boy become a man? If you're able to support, there's nothing supporting somebody becoming a governor or whatever. But once he has gotten the office, his responsibility is to the people. His allegiance is to the people and not to the man that so-called man that brought him and say. And that is what is happening in River. It is too early in the day, but the minister should be able to watch it. He should allow his godson to deliver. He did when he was governor. Nobody pretended over what he did. And for 8 years, we saw how he delivered in River State. But that does not necessarily mean that even the godsons should not be able to look at their godfathers and look at areas of cooperation. But that does not necessarily mean that our so-called godfathers must always push it down the neck or the people that they have so much given us to be able to. The issue in River State is too early in a day for us to be having this kind of issues.
A lot of people will ask the question, what was Governor Fubara, what was he thinking when he took he accepted to be the governor and he rode on the back of NyesomWike structure? He did everything that, was he expecting, things to be rosy?
Well, it's the usual pattern of let me become governor first. When I'm on the seat,
Yes.
I can become my own man.
When get to the river, we'll cross it.
That's it's a classic example of what has happened. I like what the senior pastor of Daystar Christian Center, Sam Adeyemi, said. He said, our leaders, they leave office, but they don't leave office. Because in the real sense of it, that is what is happening with Wike. He has left office, but he has not left it. Because what is he claiming? He says Fubara is changing his structure.
Political structure should not tamper with it.
You shouldn't tamper with it. How do you have a sitting governor who will not have a political structure of his own?
NyesomWike claimed to have purchased the forms for everybody.
Yes, he could have.
Senate, House of Assembly.
Yes,
that everybody should come out if you pay for your ticket.
That was his decision.
Was it his money?
That was his decision.
No,
And that money,
was it his money? Let us ask. When he said I purchased, was it NyesomWike's money that he used? What you're looking at, because most of them are not. It's a fact. Because you need to question that. When he said I purchased the form for this, for every senator, for every house, was it NyesomWike's money? Was it not River State government's money? We should be very, very careful. When some of these are, sorry for
no.
But that is the fact, because let us be very careful. This NyesomWike, you need to have a godfather. You've forgotten that NyesomWike was working with Impeach
for so many years.
For so many years, have you forgotten?
As local government chairman,
as chief of staff.
So somebody made him.
Did somebody make NyesomWike? And when they start, before you know it, it started having issues.
Somebody made him too.
Somebody made him. How did he become a minister?
We should be clear about that. See, what Wike did to others, especially Rotimi Amaechi, by coming to Rivers unbearable for him, can also be done to him. Why? In as much as he claims that as governor, he made money, in as much as he's claiming that he has enough to sit on in the FCT as minister, there is somebody also on ground in Rivers who is also having access to such money now. And he's not just having access to such money, he is on ground. Wike cannot spend as much time in Rivers again as he's going to spend in Abuja. And the remote control you are going to use in Abuja cannot be as effective as that of somebody who is on ground and who has the wherewithal to also fight you, naira for naira. Because it's a matter of time for the man to now say, okay, I want to assert myself and do the same things you did to others, to you. That's where he needs to be careful. In a lot of states, this is how it starts, and the ruling party will lose out of power because somebody is not willing for there to be peace, for there to be somebody who is in control. What we've always known, and which Wike preached in his own time, has been that the governor is the leader of the party. But you are out and you still want to be the leader of the party from outside of the state. That's wrong. Even if you are going to humor the young man, please do so. Let him be in charge. You already nominated so many people into his government.
Commissioners,
Commissioners,
advisors, chief of staff.
all of that. You already have so many of your people in the government.
The local government
So what
chairman,
else do you want?
current local government chairman,
What else do you
appointed
want?
by you.
You are talking about structure. If that structure collapses on the two of you today, then another party takes over. And then you are gone, all of you. You become politically irrelevant, like you have made others before you. So you should be careful. And I like the way the Niger Delta leaders couched their statement. Well, what they actually went to do to him was to warn him. If you read the entire statement that they issued, they did not go to pat him on the back. They went there to warn him, to stop that drift, that man is now the governor. Accord him some respect. Let him not get in the midst of the people he's supposed to govern and they say, this one a governor, whether they control from Abuja. Give him some honor. Humor him. Honor him. He's the governor. Let him be in charge. Or let him be seen to be seemingly in charge. Not somebody you can drag out at any point in time. Not somebody you can drag down. Not somebody you can call out easily.
And more so,
You know?
and more so, this is a total distraction
For the
for the
man.
minister himself.
Even for him, yeah.
For him, he has been given a job to deliver in Abuja. The minister of FCT is not just a mere. There's so much work to be done in Abuja. The deplorable state of affairs, of infrastructure in Abuja is so terrible.
Very terrible.
The level of insecurity in Abuja is terrible. The roads are terrible. If you are moving from the airport to the city center at night, the lights are not working. Water. Kidnapping is going on in FCT now. Armed robbers are moving from estate to estate in Abuja. Abuja is not safe. You park your vehicle before you come out, they've stolen your vehicle.
Or broken into it.
Yes, or broken or smashed it. There's so much to be done in FCT, and which is why the president felt in his wisdom that there is a man that I think that can be able to fix this. And the president said it in one of the things that if I come to you to ask you for land, don't give me, or something like that. The fact is, so the minister should know that he has been given a responsibility. And good enough. At the retreat, the president just had with the minister, he has given every one of them, he has warned them, if you are not able to perform, I will get you sacked. And he has set up an indices that can be used to track the achievement of. I think the minister should just focus himself and allow Governor Fubara
shockingly, where I was expecting that to happen first was in Ebonyi State. But I'm not sure I've heard of anything
none.
between the Minister of Works and the man. That was where I was expecting it to happen. Because the governor is very particular. I mean, the former governor is very particular about.
He's also a minister.
Yes, who is also a minister.
He's a
So
minister.
why don't you just take a cue from there and leave those people to run their affairs? Even when the issue came up of who was going to replace him in the Senate, we only had people talking. The man never said one word. I don't know if you have a place where you can quote him to have said, no, my brother must go and replace me in the Senate. Even if that is going to happen, he has not said anything. So why don't you just walk silently? Ensure that it's not by all this raising dust that your political structure will be intact. It's not.
Can he, days ahead, do you see him protecting or keeping that structure intact?
It will be difficult for him to keep the structure. Yeah, as I said earlier on, yes, in as much as do you know how powerful a governor is? When you're talking of powerful governors, we've had powerful governors in Rivers. Odili. You forgot Peter Odili. Even Amechi. Yeah. Amechi that was speaker of the House of Assembly. From there, became the chairman of Speakers Conference, rose up to become a governor, very powerful governor. Whoever becomes the governor of Rivers State has so much war chest in terms of cash to be able to do anything. And I'm telling you that anybody that see Rivers, see Akwa Ibom, in fact, most of the South states.
Add Delta to it.
Delta, that's why I say South states. Any of the, in terms of resources, they have more than enough. Wike has done this. If River was not making money, would he be able to perform most of the magic he has done? No. That is why I give it to somebody like the guy in Ebonyi you spoke about, Umahi. Umahi, the Ebonyi state receives one of the lowest federal allocation in the country. But you need to go to Ebonyi and see what that man did, especially in Abakaliki and so on. So he will not be able to. The fact is that he should be able to know how to manage. He's a politician. He should be able to know how to manage the governor so that they can work in harmony. If the Rivers State governor faced today, be able to deliver on the mandate that nobody is going to talk about Wike. They will say Governor SiminalayiFubara was unable to deliver, and that should be it.